Hey guys, the Hydro here. I wanted to go ahead and make a follow-up video from my Night of the Occult deck and how it plays. I'm gonna hammer on this 344 Rook of the Blinding. It obviously casts blind, which is kind of an issue if you don't have a counter in. And then one didn't come with this deck. Even the ultra rare, I don't believe, has it. I didn't look too closely since I wasn't able to obtain it. But I've tried some things. I've tried throwing in a blind counter and I just get destroyed. I just don't have the heals that I need. So I'm going to show you guys how I've evolved throughout this event and the kind of damage that I can throw out now that I have a better grip on how to attack at what intensity and when to make the moves I need to make. So it's not going to be maximum damage that I'm capable of doing on a boss, but it is going to be significant even with Roku casting blind. First thing I'm going to do is get my intensity up. I'm shooting for about 200 before I start firing off skills. And another thing that helps significantly is getting as many power gems on the board as you can. You're not always going to be able to get a bunch, but you want to try and get as many as you can if possible. With the relics and cards that I have, I'm pushing about 30 intensity per move. So once I hit about 210 here, I'm going to go ahead and fire off so that I don't die, for one, and for another to see where I'm sitting at with this blind cast on me and how much damage I can do. That was a complete miss, which is frustrating with all those power gems on the board, but things happen and we'll see how this goes through the rest of the time I have on the clock. Still completely blinded, but I'm going to go ahead and fire everything off just to see if I can get a maximum amount of damage out of this turn. And I'm able to make a 2 power gem 4 swap, so let's cross our fingers and hope for the best here. And that was a solid hit. I don't think anything missed. Able to make a power gem 4 and 2 swap there, so it's another, 6 billion damage or so. One thing that does kind of suck about this deck is there's not a good clock stopper. Once you get your intensity up, like your whole board turns purple and you just gotta watch the clock kind of count down. But now that I'm right around 400 intensity, I'm gonna hold off on one of my support cards. And that way I'm able to stop the clock. And I do have some bonus power gems on the board if I can maintain them. Odds are they're going to turn purple, but they might not. And I spent a lot of time talking here, so I might not be able to get this last one to happen. Yeah, I just missed it. So not a lot of damage done, but I was able to show you guys how this deck plays a bit. Part of that was because I was blinded and had a complete mess on my first powerful attack. But with 1 rally, so a 0 damage attack, and 2 regular attacks, I'm sitting at just over 1 trillion damage. One key to this is that I was able to craft 2 runes this event and get the 13x. I spent just under 7,000 gems getting the rest of my cards and relics. So this is a viable or viably obtainable free-to-play deck. I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm a free-to-play player at this point, but with that number of gems and enough time put into the game, this is an obtainable deck to do this kind of damage. So on a long enough timeline, you can do this too. Thank you guys, and have a good day.